What's up? Just Stiffy JP in the house. I just got a message from one of my subscribers or viewers, I should say, and the question was about what do I prefer teaching? Who do I prefer teaching, adults or children? And children by far is my preferable choice or preferred choice. Why? Well, I got this system that I made up with these children by over the years, and basically what it is I can have a child come in. It doesn't matter what the age is, 9 months, whatever. But by the time, if they're 9 months, then by the time they're about 3.5 to 4, they should be reading English. If they come in at 3 or from like 2.5 to 3 years old, then they should be reading within about, I would say, about a year or so. And the reason the younger ones, I said it might take anywhere a little longer if they come in under that, is because their hearing is going to develop. And most of my students, once their hearing develops, and if they're not reading by that time or memorize the phonics by that time, then a lot of them just don't really try to focus in on the phonics anymore, because they think because their hearing is good, I think they believe that they know English, even though they don't really speak it or anything. Children that come in from 4 and up usually take within a year. I have a couple of students who take a little longer, but majority of them, when they're coming at 4, within a year they're reading. I think the quickest, usually 4, about 4. Why is because just the quickness of the, it's just interesting to see a kid come in. Let's say, like this one student, she started at 2 years, well, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years old or something like that. And by the time she was 3.5, she was reading, and she was reading very well. And then I have these other classes I teach. Once they start reading, then they read for a few months, and get some vocabulary memorized and things like that. And then I teach them grammar, and that takes about anywhere from a year to a year and a half, depending on the pace of the class. And then the grammar is really easy to teach, and it's fun, and it's just really interesting to give these kids a test. The last parts of the test are like, I think 9 tests. Altogether, I think there are like 13 or 14 tests. But the last test, you give them paper, you give them notes, and they have to use their dictionary to find out the answers and stuff. And it's really cool, to see how some of the kids just, because some kids don't really want to use their dictionaries and stuff like that, but they have to. But some, they think they know the answers, they just won't use it, and just write the answers down, and they'll get it wrong. And I don't know, but it's just really fun. And then after that, they read again, to get some more reading practice in, and to see how much their reading improved and stuff like that. And then after that, I teach them how to translate Japanese into English. And then after that, what I do, I teach them how to I teach them how to Japanese to English. Yeah, and then they go back to the reading, but this time I teach them how to answer English questions in English. And I make these conversations up and stuff, and they're simple A-B conversations. Sometimes they're like 50, 60 words, 30 words, or whatever. And then at the end of the conversation, I have questions that they have to answer, and I show them how to do that. And we do that for a while, and then after that, I teach them how to make sentences, and it's just really interesting. Now it's to the point where some of the kids, well, the youngest one, well, I guess she's in the 4th grade right now, I guess. I think she is, I'm not sure. But I gave them like 244 verbs, and they had to write 7 grammatical sentences, and now they're working on their nouns, and they're going to get anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 nouns to make sentences with, and then give them some books. And it's really interesting how just to see them develop, because in Japan they got this thing where the kids don't want to learn, or they can't learn, or they're not so smart and stuff like that. And then some of the parents, don't care, and the English in the school system isn't all that great and things like that. And so when I started teaching, I wanted to do something really different, and and luckily, I taught my kids, I taught them like they were English. They were English-speaking kids, and it's really interesting to see the results. I even had one girl, she's 8 years old, ended up wrote this one story, and it was really funny, so I told her parents to publish it, and they did. It was really interesting. Then, also but then teaching adults, the difference with, teaching adults, it just depends on the level of the adults. If they can't read at all, then I have this one lesson that I teach. It teaches you how to speak English really quick. I teach it, and if they smart, it's only 4 months, 4 weeks, and if they're take a little time, they need like 6 to 8 weeks, and they can get it down. It's really easy, but if they do know their English, then I just get in the conversations, and the sad words I use with the kids. I got an adult one, and then it's really easy and stuff, and we just talk about that and discuss that, and that's about it. Only thing is the kids, they don't pay attention and stuff like that. They don't just sit and pay attention the way you want them to pay attention, but they do learn. So I had to really, really relax and don't get stressed, But then you're working with the adults, and then sometimes the adults, they're boring, and they expect you to entertain them, and sometimes they don't understand this, or they don't understand that, they don't talk, and it really gets tiring. And then the conversations, I had a couple of students that understood everything, but you try to talk to her to see what makes them tick and stuff, but it's really hard. So I don't know. But there's one girl I teach. Well, it's one guy I taught, but he just spoke most of the time. And there's one girl though. She really interesting now, because I make her these conversations, all kinds of funny stuff, and not funny stuff, but serious stuff. And she really likes it and stuff. But I don't know. But my choice is preferably teaching kids, because it's just great, to see a little kid that's 3, 4, 5 years old able to read, jump into these grammar classes and just take those tests and get anywhere between 80s, 90s. Some kids just straight 100 perfect scores and stuff, 100%. So it's just great. So yeah, my preference by far is kids. And that's it. I'm out.